Salvete mortales, as dies pulcher, opportunitatis plenus. Today I have with me a very special guest. Introduce yourself, friend.
Hello, I'm Michael Monk. I'm a teacher of metaphysics, spirituality, and energy mastery since 2011. Grateful to be here.
Great to have you. So, what's on your mind?
I come with a blank slate and an open heart. Usually I let the host guide the conversation. Everything comes from here. This is always empty.
Oh yeah, the way of the heart, as they say in Martinism.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so right now, like the latest things I've been looking at is like
Mhm.
Paracelsus and the power of imagination.
Okay.
Uh, like in ritual magic, you ritualize or you visualize. Like if you're making a pentagram or whatever, you're supposed to see it in your mind's eye.
Yes, yes, that's huge. I have a lot to say on just what you said. I could speak for an hour. I teach my students. It's a very difficult thing to bring people into energy mastery because so much strength and power has been taken away from that word imagination. Here in the physical reality, imagination sort of equals not real. But in the spirit reality, imagination is the author and it's the king. Everything happens by imagination. When you're in your astral body and an out of body projection, if you want to levitate up, you imagine up. There's like 100 different ways you can levitate in your astral body, and guiding your spirit from within the body. It all happens by imagination. Even as I open my hands right now, I imagine doing it and it happens. The spirit leads and the electricity and the muscles follow.
Yeah, the Mercury, the spiritus, is
Hmm.
the mind is what
Yep.
connects heaven and earth.
Yes. Yep.
I
All
think
here.
I think it was Swedenborg who said that like what you see with your physical eyes or not is not real, but what you see with your imagination or third eye is you looking into heaven.
I like that. I like that. But my preference would be to say what you see in the third eye is more real because this is real too. I mean, all reality is a simulation, right? Without a matrix, without a decoding, there's nothing but waves of energy, and that's the great truth.
Yeah, we should thank Saturn, or some might say hate Saturn, for the limitations that make creation possible.
Oh yeah, yeah. I definitely don't have any hate for Saturn here. I have immense love for Saturn. I've seen through a lot of direct experience that linear time is not a trap, it's an evolution. The quantum truth is everything's all happening simultaneously. So that's a nice way of describing chaos. So this is order. The fact that we can look back and see a linear sequence that logically makes sense of how we got here, that's a major achievement. And anybody who's ever dreamed knows that because dreams get really chaotic. You'll be walking down a road, fall through a hole, end up in Wonderland, be talking to a fluffy bunny, and nothing really makes sense. Nothing's really cohesive until you start to become more integrated or lucid within the dream time. So what I've noted is that the human body, in particular the nervous system and the neurons, the electricity is on a preset pattern that automatically decodes space and time into this linear sequence that makes sense. So I actually celebrate linear time, and I love Chronos. I love Saturn. I love its effect.
Hail Saturn, the cosmic taskmaster.
Yeah, yeah, that's what they say.
They say it's the final step before kenosis or theosis,
Okay,
becoming divine,
I would
because
agree with
you
that.
because it's the hardest planet to conquer. The might call it the seventh seal, right?
Yeah, yeah, I would agree with that. The planets, they all have a location inside, and it's an internal external matchup that happens. And it's interesting you use the word conquer because I found two ways to conquer the planets: conquer them or allow them to conquer you. It ends up being the same thing in the end. It's a oneness.
Yeah, I have my own saying based on Rosicrucian teachings.
Okay.
Uh, Drag down the planets and make them mortal,
Hmm.
then kill them, and then raise them up from their tombs, rosy and blooming.
Wow. Okay, that's really awesome. I love when I hear from cultures and things in the past that align with my personal experience and my personal journey. I've found that death is the source of life. It's what eternal life springs from, but not the death that happens in a line, but the death that you can find in the moment, that collapse point, that start point of no knowledge into infinite knowledge.
Yeah, I've been working on. I've been really excited about this video, but just haven't felt um, the vibe. Sometimes you don't feel the vibe to record or do
Yep,
something.
yep.
So I've been working on, like, Nigredo, Albedo, Citrintas, Rubedo, the four alchemical stages.
Okay,
Nigredo's the blackening, the Corvis putus, the Corvis head. It's the dissolution of things, the breaking down, the
okay.
tar. And then you have albedo, which is clarity, the white light.
Hmm.
But it's a false white light. It's kind of oh, I have hope now.
Okay.
But then you have to go into citrinthas, which is the yellow part of it, and it's the sun, like cosmic consciousness, coming into you.
Hmm.
And then you achieve the rubedo, which is the alchemical, the reddening. It means rubedo, the alchemical marriage between opposites, female and male, anima and animus.
Okay. Well, I definitely agree with that. I found no greater transcendence and no greater treasure than that marriage and all of its aspects, both internal and external.
Yeah, you started with that. It's about connecting. So, like, I have to explain this. Like, people, what do they say? Oh, women are from Venus and men are from
Yeah.
Mars.
Yep.
But that's not how it is in the occultism.
Yep.
Actually, Venus and Mercury is the marriage. Venus, the heart, and Mercury, the mind. So you have to connect
Okay.
these two. The opposites, the feeling and the thinking.
Okay. Yeah. 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 I agree wholeheartedly.
And as I was explaining about the different stages of alchemy, Jesus says, like, whoever overcomes, I will give freely of whatever the white stone.
Hmm.
I will give him the white stone. But the philosopher's stone is what color?
Gold, I think.
Red.
Is it? Red. Okay. Red. Okay.
Yeah, it's red. It makes gold, but it's red.
Okay.
And but he says, I will give the white stone, not the red stone.
Okay.
And what is the white stone, white part? That's Mercury. So
Okay.
so you have the Ouroboros, the snake eating itself forever.
Right.
So what it actually means is you go through the different stages. They just keep repeating, albedo, but you have to come back to albedo, the purified mind.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
that's what I've been working on lately.
Okay,
Pretty.
I love it. I love it. Would you say that the repeating cycle eventually becomes whole, like all at the same time? Like if you zoom out through the time and you follow the whole trail, then they're all in the same place at the same time?
Yeah, but probably.
Yeah. It's
It,
the
it,
idea
it's
that we can stop with the cycle and hopefully reach a perfect point and keep it.
Yeah, it's the it's the journey leads ever upwards with frequent resting places, as it
Hmm.
says in the Kybalion. So
Okay.
it's about going through those stages, then coming back to the white purified, and you purify your mind more and more and more.
Yeah.
That's alchemy, the
Yeah.
breaking down and solve et coagula,
Hmm.
like create and dissolve.
Right. Right. That's surely accurate. I'm just at a point where I need a rest point for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Just, there's nothing wrong with resting as long as you get back up.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be hard. Like I think when when you really reach a flow state, everything just kind of happens to you. You're just kind of a autopilot, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
I
I,
I agree.
I think that's like the state of mind of like Zen masters, like Wu Wei, which
Hmm.
not doing it. I guess there was different translations to that, but
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's yeah. It's sort of like the doing actions without the energy of action, but in a type of peace. Yeah.
effortless,
Yeah.
effortless
Yeah.
action. I think that's what
Yeah.
Wu Wei means. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. So what else have I been working on? Oh, I can explain this to you. I think it's really cool. I figured this out. So you have the planets above, and from my perspective, the sun is your soul, like soul. It's in the
Yeah.
word soul. And after that, you have Mercury, which is your mind or spirit, spiritus. I like that
Hmm.
better because mind makes it seem physical, but
Yeah.
spiritus it's more, you know. Uh, and then you have Venus, which is your heart, your love, your feelings,
Okay.
and so the which is in your body. So you have perfectly as above, so below. You have soul, spiritus, corpus, or body
Okay. Yeah.
reflected in the heavens. I mean, that's pretty amazing that it matches up that well.
It is. Yeah. I like that matchup, and I like that you tied in the heavens with the body. As an energy master that's empathic, I can feel all things outside on the inside, and I can testify that everything we see on the outside has a place inside the mind. When the stars twinkle in the night sky, I can feel a correlation in the neurons and in the brain. There's each star has a location inside the mind.
There's synchronicity there.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, but I'm not done with the corpus or body above. You have Mercury, which is your head, your mind, and then the last planet, the last classical planet, put it like that, is Saturn. So you have your head and your feet also up there.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Um, so what else was I gonna say about the head and the body? Uh, Also, an interesting thing about Mercury, it's the closest planet to the sun.
Yes.
Just like elementary speaking, like elements, Mercury is the closest element to gold
Okay. I didn't know
in
that.
chemistry. In chemistry,
Uh-huh.
and they used to use. I don't know if they still do. Maybe some third world country. They used to use a mercury amalgam of gold because mercury sinks like mercury seeks out gold. If you look at it, have you seen a video of that? How
No.
mercury is like it's almost predatory. It seeks out gold,
Okay.
and it binds to it. And when you make an amalgam, the mercury is so heavy that the gold will float up.
Okay.
So
It's a
these,
greater density than the gold then.
yeah, yeah. or it might be the reverse. I'm not an expert on chemistry, but they use
Uh,
it to extract gold at least.
okay, I
So
see.
it's interesting. That's something I've learned, that in alchemy it operates on all levels.
Okay.
What else? What else have I been working on? You have different kingdoms. You have the mineral kingdom,
Uh-huh.
the plant kingdom, and the animal kingdom.
Okay. Okay.
And the philosopher's stone is is to create gold. You know, let's say use the philosopher's stone to create gold.
Yes.
But that is the mineral stone. There's three different philosopher's stones. There's the mineral stone or the metal stone, which is the normal stone we talk about. But then you
Yes.
have the plant stone, the lapis, the stone of the plants, and then you have also an animal stone. So there's three
Okay.
different philosopher stones.
Okay. That's the first time I've heard that, but it makes sense.
For me too, it's news. It's pretty cool when I figured out or found it out.
Yeah, I play
So
with those kingdoms in my energy work. I've first played with metals and stones. I would hold them in my hands and do empathy with it, and then breathe it into my body and allow the vibration and the pattern of the stone or the metal that I'm holding to alter my body and my energy and my mind. And then I would notice how my thoughts and my energy would change and become more like the stone or the metal. And I did the same thing with the plant kingdom. And the fibers were particularly interesting to play with, especially the bamboo. I found bamboo to have a mind of its own. Like when I breathe it into the body and hold bamboo sticks, a type of kinetic consciousness would take over, and I would find my hands dancing and moving the sticks in like martial arts patterns that I'd never learned before in this life, but somehow were contained inside the bamboo's memory.
yeah, there's Plato talks about something anamnesis, I think it's called. It's that all learning is remembering.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, all knowledge is held within God, and we can access it all through empathy.
Yeah, yeah. Empathy. That's something I've been trying to like work on. Not that I have bad empathy, but
Yeah.
like the way of the heart, as the Martinists call it, like opening the heart,
Yes.
which means really to slow down, be
Right.
more, be
Even
more.
stillness, right?
Um, hold on, let's put this on mute. Sorry about
It's
that.
okay. No problem.
So yeah, it's about being more sensual and feeling more.
Yes. Yeah, I got a lot to say about that. Empathy is a skill, and it's really the start of spirituality is accessing the feminine side of the soul, which is the feeling side. And empathy, well, I found that our being here is like tripart. We have first we believe that we're physical, that we're made out of particles, and we have a physical experience, and that's true. But then we discover, no, wait, I'm actually an energy that's inside of this body, and that's true as well, but it's a greater truth than the particles. But then there's a greater truth in all of that, and that's that we're the empty space through which the energy and the particles, the observation of these exist within. And I found that the inner space, the stillness, is actually that which feels like it's not something that feels something else. It's nothing that feels something. As something flows through our empty space, we catch a feeling or a vibration. So we work on our empathy. I consider it to be the true path to empowerment, because great sources of power already exist. Like the sun shines on us every day. With empathy, you can harness the power of that sun as your own soul. And so just being empathic, I found there's two forms of empathy. There's a masculine side to it as well as a feminine side. Most people are only familiar with the feminine side, and it often seems disempowering to them if they have a very high degree of empathy. They can't go out into town, they can't feel other people, they need to surround themselves with peace and avoidance. But what I've found as an energy master is the empathic link goes both ways. So if you're feeling somebody else within your being, they're also feeling you, although they might not be aware of it, or you might not be aware of it. But if you start to flex the masculine side of empathy, then you can cause other people to feel what you're feeling, and then you can become what I call a catalyst.
Yeah, and the thing about opening the heart is that trauma closes it.
Yeah, it does.
Right? So
Yeah,
so
that's a type
that's
of warrior that I call a love warrior is somebody who can take a broken heart and give it back to the world and never shield it, never armor it, but keep it raw and vulnerable. To me, that's strength. That's power.
it's living. Who who
It's
who
living.
who who is this who's carrying around this corpse?
Yeah.
It's Taoist saying. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I think there's a saying like the greatest power requires the lightest touch.
That's true. That's true. The soft touch ends up wielding the great power.
Yeah. There's also something interesting about. I think it was Irenaeus, maybe, who said, yeah, it might have been Irenaeus, who said that the gods do not need to remember anything.
Hmm.
So they always like do the right thing.
Right. Right. Yeah, they're not in confusion. They're not under a veil.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like with Gnosticism. I feel like it's somehow been corrupted to be like, oh, the planets are archons. They're holding us back. We're in a
Right.
prison planet.
Right. Right. Yeah, I agree with that. I've come to the conclusion that if there really are negative forces, then that's the game, is they want us to believe in them. They want us to believe in their power, to believe that this is a prison, to believe in the malefic nature of planets. Then that becomes the truth. Beliefs
Yeah.
create reality, and there's no greater truth than that.
Abracadabra. As I speak, so it shall be.
Hmm. Yep, I
So what
agree.
do you
I've got a,
think? What do
what's
you
that?
think Jesus? Why do you think Jesus is called the Logos?
Okay.
The Word.
Yeah. And logos is another word for the sun, is that right?
The word logos means the word.
Oh, okay. What does it mean? Is it a Greek word?
Logos. It's either Greek or Latin.
Okay.
It means the word.
Oh, it means the word. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. The word of
Okay.
God. The
Right,
logos.
right. The living word of God, not some black and white book, but the living, breathing word of God.
Yeah. I've also connected Jesus to Hermes
Hermes.
because
Okay.
yeah, there a title for Hermes is the logos in
Okay. I didn't
Hermeticism,
know that. Okay.
and another title for Hermes is the Good Shepherd.
Okay.
Hermes Krioporos.
Well, that aligns.
Yeah, so I'm dead set that Jesus and Hermes are the same being.
Yeah. Yeah. Many cultures have a version of the Christ story. Yeah. Not just the Jewish people, but I've noticed the same story appears in so many different cultures in this world.
Perennial philosophy. Have you heard of that?
No.
It means that the truth, or like, yeah, the truth is like, or the truth of God is being slowly revealed through like different prophets and to like the eschatology, the
Yes.
end times, really.
I agree with that, and I believe that this is the great age of revelation, that the living word of God is inside of us, and that the mind of man is at its peak now, so that more true or more correct revelation can be given in this day and age if we but have the courage to believe it and to bring it into action.
Yeah. Uh, the moon is my left eye, the sun is my right. Mercury, the Mercury, what was it? The uh, Mercury. Well, I can't remember it. Damn, I had a good maxim, but it ends with Saturn, the soul of my soul.
Okay.
So you have in Hermeticism, as above, so below.
Yes.
The moon, the sun is his father. The moon is mother, and it's the womb of the earth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you have.
From a metaphysical standpoint, I've perceived the moon to be like the dream world, like the Earth's astral plane to me is represented by the moon.
That's interesting. It's
Yeah.
definitely feminine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in the first layer of reality that we wake up in, like when we have a lucid dream, we can levitate and fly, but not very far and not very fast. Like the gravity seems very moon-like.
Yeah.
And then if you project a plane above that, you can fly at supersonic speed. You can break Earth's gravity, go to other worlds and such.
Yeah. Yeah. I've had I've had a lot of lucid dreams, but like I heard somewhere like that if your lucid dream is like dark, it means your like consciousness is like lower, and if it's light, like if the colors are brighter, it means you have a higher, like at least like you're feeling better. Like
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, it's an inside out reality. And the more you cultivate and tend to your life on Earth in your physical body and your physical mind, the more brilliant and beautiful your astral experiences will be.
yeah. So from one thing to another, have you ever seen anything spooky, high strangeness? Like I once saw a ghost.
Yeah, well, one time doing energy at midnight in a park, we encountered a banshee, for lack of a better word. It was like a silvery spirit that had a high pitched wail to its voice.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things that I guess most regular people would consider scary, but for some reason, and it's just in my nature when I'm opening up the metaphysical, the spiritual, the energetic world, I don't get afraid for whatever reason.
Yeah, you seem a pretty chill guy.
Yeah. Well, physical life can scare me sometimes, but the supernatural life doesn't scare me at all.
I find it fascinating.
Hmm.
Like also like extrasensory perception and stuff like that.
Yes, yeah, I'm very much into that. I teach all my students to do it with the eyesight, with the ears, with the touch, even the taste and the smell. They have extended ranges. You can go above and below the preset range of the nervous system, and then you can overlap these senses. You can learn to touch what you see, to see what you hear. You know, you can overlap the senses because they're all just vibrational interpretation.
Psychic spies from China trying to steal my mind's elation. It's from Californication.
Okay.
Yeah, you've heard it, right?
I've heard of the show. I haven't watched it though.
No, no, the band, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Been
Yeah,
a
it's
long
about
time.
yeah, it's about like the psychic spy program in China, which I
Okay.
find
Okay.
pretty interesting. They put that there.
Yeah.
So, what else have you been working on? Like, interesting theories, interesting metaphysical stuff.
Well, I'm working on mastering the physical perception of the body, bringing enough spirit into the body to have a spiritual interpretation of it. Um, we know scientifically that this body is many, many tiny little particles that aren't even touching each other. So it's my belief with a lot of experience to back it up that the physical reality is an electrical sensory translation. That's all it is our nerves and our neurons painting a picture to our spirit. So I'm seeking to expand the spirit past the nerves and the neurons and in through the water, the blood, and the bone of the body, and begin to experience it as a light body, as particles, and with a good degree of success. I have like a type of magnetic presence in my body, so I can move partially with magnetics and partially with muscle flexation. And so I'm somewhere in between a spiritual experience and a physical experience right now.
Wow, that's impressive. Yeah, I have my planets in like um, I have Aries in Aries. Let me see. How does astrology work? My head hurts. I have Aries Aries in the Sun. I think like I have like yeah Aries in the Sun, Aries in Mercury, and Aries in Mars. So I'm very headstrong. I'm very like mentally focused, which
Uh-huh.
creates a problem when you're trying to open your heart because you're very much up here.
It can, yeah. I'm an Aries too.
Oh,
Yeah.
number one.
If you begin to identify this as your head, like a good visual that I could share with you is your chest is a warm frying pan, your head is a stick of butter, and just let it melt down in here. And just take all the presence that you normally hold here and just say, this is my head. And then try, like if you think a thought right now, you can think a thought inside your head, any random thought, and you can feel vibrational movement. Well, try placing your head down here and source a thought from here. Think the thought from the chest instead of the head. So it's like dexterity training, because thinking is sort of like dancing. You're dancing through your neurons. It's like a complicated kinetic dance that you can learn to do down here in the heart as well.
Yeah, I do Qigong
Hmm.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I also do a bit of ritual magic, if you call it
Hmm.
that, like the Kabbalistic cross, which is I can recommend that for you. It clears up like energies.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
and
I'll definitely check it out. I've had a lot of students from the Qigong discipline study with me.
oh yeah, yeah. The magic part is like Hermetic Order of the
Right.
Golden Dawn and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, I
So
definitely believe in the power of ritual. I like doing the same things at the same times of day, and I see like all of time, like we talked about at the beginning of the show, is actually simultaneous. Linear reality is a construct, but I've seen there's a great pattern to it. Like every action that we do in the physical is like tossing a stone in a pond, and the ripples go forwards and backwards in time. So if you toss the stone in the water at the same time, either monthly or weekly or daily, then when you're in the action of creating those ripples, the ripples that you created in the previous moments are reinforcing those ripples that you're making now. So in that way, ceremony and ritual become very powerful if you adhere to it.
yeah, I've heard a kung fu master actually, it's like a Shaolin monk. He said like if your life is chaos, then touch less.
Touch less.
Touch less because you're
Okay.
doing things that's causing ripples,
Oh, right, right.
causing chaos. So
Yeah.
touch less.
Yeah, stillness will smooth that out.
Yeah. So I heard so like clearing your mind is a very important thing, like purifying it, not thinking. Uh, in Zoroastrianism, there's a saying: "Good thoughts, good speech, good deeds."
Yes, I agree wholeheartedly. I am proud to say that I mastered my mind long ago, probably in 2013, due to repeated experiences of incredibly heightened states. I learned that all word-based thought is sort of a bit confused, a bit fragmented, like it's more artistic than it is scientific, like we tend to think. And the greater power I found in the silence and in the stillness. So now I think, but only good thoughts. So if I'm in a good energy, then I'll freely think because all the thoughts are creative and they add to the joy of my being. But if I find myself in a sad or depressed energy, I can just shut this off just like that. I will not use my mind to make myself more sad, but I will use my mind to make myself more happy.
Oh, I wish I could do that.
Yeah,
Honestly, that'd be awesome.
you'll get it. I mean, I'm 52 years old now, and I didn't get it until I was 40. It takes a lot of time and practice and experience, but you're on the path, so you'll get there.
Nothing is impossible for he who tries.
Right.
Alexander the Great.
Yep, I agree. Only he who quits.
um, there's um, there's a saying in Sweden. Skam den som ger sig. Shame on the one who gives up.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. What part of Sweden are you in?
Northern.
Okay, I visited Stockholm before.
Oh yeah, it's true, but it's pretty different up here from down there. It's a
Yeah,
very oblong country, you know.
yeah,
I don't like the winters here, but
yeah, yeah.
I think the coldest we've had so far is minus 52 Celsius.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
cold.
yeah, yeah. It was so cold, like the water froze in the pipes, and you know, car tires when they're standing, they become like square.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, how do you recommend? Like, what's the best practice? Like, because I like to be, um, even though I write a lot and speak a lot, I like
Uh-huh.
to make something practical. Like, how do I do this? How do I
Okay.
achieve what you talked about? How
Sure.
do you? What's the routine?
Well, energy mastery is a very fluffed up, top shelf term that basically means remember your spirit. And with remember, it's like re dash member because energy is how all spirit works. It's how we're manipulating the body. Our spirit has fused itself to the sensory system of the physical body, the electricity of the nerves and the neurons. So we get all of this we get a bombardment of physical level data to such a degree that we forget our spirit until we remember it one day. And I found there's two ways to remember the spirit. One way I call meditation, another way I call focus. In meditation, it involves brainwave reduction, reducing your brainwaves from beta down into alpha, with the goal to be get into the theta brainwave range. As you reduce your brainwaves and you ignore the sensory information of the body, your spirit becomes apparent to your consciousness because you're not hypnotized by the nervous system data anymore. So that's the first part of waking up that I teach in my course through a series of exercises is meditation. But if over the air or something that I could speak right now, the number one powerful thing you can do is listen to theta metronome or theta binaural beats and practice it laying down with the eyes closed, lowering your brain waves, letting your mind get entrained to the sound, and then also do it with the eyes open and relax the brain waves. If you can get into theta brainwaves while your consciousness is still awake, if your eyes are open, you're going to see energy everywhere. You're barely even going to see the physical reality. You're going to see the spiritual reality right in front of your eyes. If you can get into the theta brainwave state with your eyes closed, your astral body is going to become apparent to you. You're not going to feel the nerves anymore. You're going to feel your spirit body, and then you can leave the body and have an out of body projection. So that's meditation. Focus is the opposite of meditation. In focus, we seek to raise our brain waves from beta and into gamma, and we examine the electrical data, the physical sensory data. We examine it with like a laser focus and heightened brain waves. And if you can register in your mind all of the sensory data that's coming through your nerves, there becomes room for you to experience more. And when that happens, you pop out of your body, but you're still inside your body at the same time. So you become physical and spirit at the same time. And that's what I call spiritualizing your physical reality. And that's a bit more complicated to do and requires like 6 months to a year of dedicated practice. But the meditation, if you just start doing brainwave reduction, using the theta metronome, the theta binaural beats, that'll help a lot. But the mental basics of it is make the same mental motions that you would make if you're trying to fall asleep, but stay awake. So just like fall so close to falling asleep, but just cling to a little thread of awareness. If you can do that, the spirit world will open up right in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, I've when I tried like practicing doing lucid dreaming, I guess it's not the same as out of body. I could like achieve it on my own, like lying in bed, and you feel like
Uh-huh.
how you can't like move your body.
Right?
Then I just think with my mind like I'm falling to the side. I
Uh-huh.
roll out of my body.
That actually is an out of body experience. I've had over 1,000, so I know the difference. If you went from full waking human regular consciousness to that state, that's an out of body projection. And a regular lucid dream, you wake up from a projection that already happened. I basically, after over 1,000 of these, I've discovered there's no difference between a lucid dream and an out of body projection, except during an out of body projection, you remember how you got there. Whereas a lucid dream, you typically a clue or something happens within the dream that triggers your awareness, and all of a sudden you can gain a control. But I know from waking up inside of so many dreams that it always fades and you come back to the body, but I can push right back out and go pop right back into the experience. I've left off and repeated the same experience, sometimes like 5 or 6 times in a row, got right back to the moment that I left off when I came back to my body.
Yeah, I often like when I lucid dream or when I dream, I often like wake up in my own house or apartment.
Yes. Yep. Yep. The
So
spirit version of it, right? Like pretty close to the exact same thing, but maybe little differences.
yeah, so I will think if that's lucid dream or out of body, if it's like if that matters. Like often in a lucid dream, I'm already in some kind. I wake up in some kind of strange
Right.
reality,
Right. Yep.
but
Uh,
but I feel like it's different when I wake up in my own apartment. And
It is, yeah, it's a bit higher of an achievement because you're closer to your physical reality. So the density of energy is going to be more dense, more compressed, more real, right? Just like gold is the best conductor of electricity because the molecules are so close. The greater the density of energy, the higher your mental consciousness is going to be.
yeah, um, I think dreaming is it's an interesting realm. Like we go to sleep and hallucinate for 12
Hmm.
hours or something.
Yeah.
It's pretty strange.
Then we
Um,
wake up and hallucinate for 12 hours.
yeah, exactly. I once dreamt I was a butterfly
Oh, wow.
flying hither and thither. It's from actually a Chinese like master flying
Yeah.
hither and thither. And then when I woke up, I was me. I was me. But I was thinking, was I the butterfly dreaming I'm a human, or a human dreaming I'm a butterfly?
Yeah. That's an excellent question and a paradox.
Yeah. Well, everything's a paradox. Like
Yeah.
squaring the circle, we have that in alchemy.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A circle is a square.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the nature of God is paradoxical. The creator who creates himself
Yeah. Yeah.
is
Paradox is at the heart of everything.
yeah, it's I mean just look at quantum physics. It's
Right.
random at the lowest
Yeah.
level.
Yeah.
So, let me see what else have I got on my mind. Um, see now I'm a bit lost here. What topic I'm gonna pick?
That's okay.
Um, do you have any suggestions? What's in your mind? Okay, give me some time to
Um,
think.
pretty blank right now.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
we're synchronizing the because it's always like that. When someone blanks out, the other one does it too.
Right. Yeah. I find communication happens beneath the physical reality. Before we speak words, we've already communicated in spirit. So yeah.
Okay, this one's pretty good. I made a video about that. How we're all sleeping angels. That's what Paracelsus thought. That
Okay.
at the highest level, man is an angel,
Yep.
and we're
I've
just
seen that.
dreaming.
I've
Yeah,
seen that. Yep. I've
a-
seen that each person has an angelic version of themselves.
exactly. And how the mind can project outwards, just like sunlight emanating through glass to create warmth at a
Yes.
distance.
Yep. I've found everywhere we look with our bifocal vision, there's actually a projection of our consciousness. And with clairvoyance, I can see energy like an orb of energy of our consciousness wherever I look with my vision. And then at higher levels in meditation, I can turn that into an out-of-body experience. I can be where I'm looking, or I can look at the moon and feel it like it's an extension of my hands, or at a tree, or anything, or look at a bird flying through the sky, merge my consciousness with the bird. Next thing I know, I am the bird and flying.
Wow. Wow. I
Yeah,
love flying in dreams. That's the best thing.
it's the number one entertainment. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can think of another one.
Yeah, me too. I like dive bombing into the Earth atmosphere from outer space and just like 600 miles per hour down to the land. They're
Damn.
never,
Well, my
yeah.
my flights are not that long. I can't stay conscious in the dream for long enough.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, to
some
do
tips to
that.
help you with that. They always fade. Like you're there and it's solid, it's dialed in, but then it starts to fade. What you do is you tap things, tap the counter, tap the floor with your foot, anything to reinforce the integrity of that reality. Another thing you can do is eat or drink food from that reality, and then that puts the reality inside of you and gives you an anchor point. You've probably heard the story, I think, in Greek mythology about Persephone and Hades, how Hades tricks her into eating pomegranate seeds, and that sticks her in the Hades realm. Well, there's truth
Yeah.
to that. So it's one of the first things I do in an out of body projection is I'll drink water or eat food from that realm, and that in itself can give you like an hour or two there.
Yeah. Also, it got me thinking about fairies. You know, fairy mythology, like the
Yes.
fae. Like
Yep.
if you eat the food from there, you stay there.
Yep. Yep, for a time at least. Yeah, it always fades. I've found the law of the body has the largest amount of the law of attraction. You don't ever have to worry about how you're going to get back to your body. Your body always pulls you back eventually.
Silver cord.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good way of intellectualizing it.
Yeah, that's what they say about the silver cord. I think it's even in the Bible they speak about it. To be honest, can't
Yeah,
remember if
I've never
it's.
seen it. I've experienced it as a magnet that snaps me back, but
Yeah,
yeah,
me too. I've never seen it, but yeah. Also, if you like eat food in this reality, you
right,
become more dense.
right.
Your vibration becomes more like
Yep,
densified.
yep, yep,
That's
that's true.
why that's why I recommend fasting. Fasting
Yeah.
is the best medicine for. It was Hippocrates, I think it was, who said like the father of medicine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Fasting is the
fasting is powerful.
yeah. Also, Paracelsus said that one must be one's own doctor. Unus quisque sebe medicus. Man muss
Hmm.
sein eigener Arzt sein. Because everything, the tools needed to heal the body is in the body.
I agree. I agree. Yeah. Letting somebody else be your doctor can help, but I've had much more success being my own.
Yeah, it's um, like nobody can save you, but they can assist you.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if they're a surgeon and you need surgery. I can't do surgery on myself.
Yeah, some have. Like I remember some were like Russian, like in like Antarctica, like did a spleen like
Jeez.
operate. Yeah,
Wow.
that's pretty hardcore.
Yeah, there's Russians, I'll tell you.
Yeah, crazy Russians. Uh, Jag говорю маленький по-русски. So I've been learning a bit of Russian too. I've just
Okay.
been, I've just been trying to learn a lot of different languages. Like I'm not fluent in any of them. That's super hard.
Mhm.
But like I feel, especially when I speak Latin, I feel like you become a different person. You become it's like a different kind of consciousness. Like you
It
tap
is.
into like a vibe.
It is. Yeah, yeah, very much so. I'm always curious to talk to people that know English and ask them if they can think in English or do they translate the thought in their mind and what's the difference between the two. And there's very few people that know English that think in English as well, except for English speaking people, of course.
Is that accurate? Like when I speak English, I think in English,
Okay.
and
Okay.
when I speak Swedish, I start thinking in Swedish.
Okay. Okay. Most of the people that I've talked to, they translate in their head, translate the thought when they learn a new language.
Oh yeah, but that's because they're not fluent. I'm
Okay.
guessing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That would
as
make sense.
yeah, as to become more fluent. Like I would say, I'm almost better at English than I am at Swedish. To be honest,
Okay.
like I use English so much more. So
Okay. That makes sense.
well, I don't know. Yeah, I do because I record like 1 hour long videos and stuff. It's a lot of
Right. Right.
speaking.
Yeah. Yeah. How long have you been doing this?
Oh, 6 years.
Nice. Very good.
Yeah, at the Library of Noses.
I like the name.
Yeah, I like it too. It's catchier. Like you remember it.
Yeah. Yep. For sure.
So and your channel is just Michael Monk.
Uh, yeah, my YouTube channel, TikTok, Facebook, but I have a bio site that all my courses and information and biography is available on. That's michaelmonk.bio, bio.
Well, that's simple.
Yeah, yeah, I like simple. Simple is wise.
Yeah. Um, they're like like this. When I think about like all these ancient, like you have like the pyramids and like the stones in Baalbek, like 1,200 ton stones.
Yeah.
Um, I like Atlantean technology. When I think
Hmm.
about that, I feel like they used much more simple methods. Like we're overthinking it, so we use brute force for everything.
Right,
For them,
right.
I think
Yeah,
it was more harmonics and frequency, and
I believe you're right. Yeah,
so, to like to be back there would be amazing. Is to see like when the pyramids were built.
it would. Yeah, yeah.
Have you
I've yet to
ever
go ahead.
have you ever been to a megalithic site?
No.
I'd love to go, like the pyramids. So I feel the calling. I felt the calling for like 10 years.
Okay. Well, you got to do it then.
Yeah, but it ain't free.
Right. Yeah, that's
Gratis,
true.
as they say.
Yeah. Me, I'm more of a homeboy. I feel the calling. I love home. I love my room. I love home. And home changes. I travel a lot, but I like to stay once I'm there.
What is your home?
Well, I've been traveling for 8 years, so I've been all over the world. Currently, I'm in Quebec for the summer. Next, I'm going to go to South America, I think, probably Paraguay.
Okay, you should.
Yeah.
Is it Peru or Chile? Where are the like Pumapunku? That'd be amazing to
Uh,
see too.
yeah,
This
I
is
think Peru has the largest bulk of sacred sites.
yeah. Oh, I'd love to go on like a tour of all of them. I bet the people say there's like an energy to them when you're there.
Oh
A
yeah.
very powerful energy.
Yeah, I've been to sacred sites in Thailand and Bali that were very special.
Oh, there you go. Well, I asked
Yeah.
about megalithic, but sacred sites too.
Yeah,
I'd love to go to Thailand. Seems like a very cool, relaxed kind of country.
it is. Yeah. Yeah. Very
So
beautiful.
yeah, well, everything's beautiful if your eyes like if you can see it.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I've had moments where like it just like changed and my perception like whoa, everything's so beautiful. Like look at this flower, it's so beautiful.
Yeah,
But it's hard to stay in that kind of amazed, glorified state. Like hallelujah,
it is. Yeah. Yeah. It comes and goes.
it comes and goes. Yeah, alchemical process there, Ouroboros
Hmm. Yeah.
goes round and round. Uh, the eyes see what the mind sees.
Hmm. I agree.
So, so I feel like an hour is a bit short, but do you want to cut it off here? What do
Yeah,
you?
I have another appointment I got to prepare for. So if that's all right with you, I think that's about perfect.
Yeah, okay. So they know where to reach you at michaelmonk.bio. And you have a YouTube channel, TikTok, and everything.
Yeah,
Wh-
it's all on the bio site. Links to my socials, my biography, my demonstrations that I do on YouTube, all the interviews, and everything's under the bio site.
Okay, well, I'm grateful for you being on the show. And
Thank you,
uh,
brother.
yes, and I will see you mortals next time.